All right. Hello, Aquarius. This is going to be your March 2023 outlook. You guys did just have Saturn move out of your sign into Pisces. Congratulations. So basically, sorry, I drifted away for a minute. Apply this to your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or if you have stellium placements or just impactful transits that are hitting that particular area of your chart. This can be your reading. If you just resonate with the message, that is perfectly fine. This does not have to be a sign-dependent thing. With that being said, let's get going. We're going to start off with astrology cards, and then we're going to move into using tarot cards, and I will be pulling clarifiers. There you are. Got Aquarius right here. We also have 12th house, sextile, and fixed. So I feel like for the month of March, a lot of what is coming up for you guys is 12th house themes. I mean, we are in Pisces season, so it makes sense, and Saturn just moved into Pisces. But I feel like right now it's a time of really digging into what can happen as a result of hard work and how you don't have to hold on so tightly to everything. Like, I feel like this is about you learning how to be in the flow. I think Taurus had a very similar reading, and so did Scorpio. Leo did too, which is kind of funny because, you guys are a fixed sign family. So you guys might have some of those signs in your chart. You might want to check those out. But I feel like there's a reward coming out of facing this, or there's a reward dealing with some of the undercurrents and the themes that you've been having to face in your life if you've been really moving through and trying to heal them. If not, I feel like Saturn in Pisces is going to be an invitation to really dig deeper into that healing and into that spirituality, or into that connection to yourself and into something more, regardless of whether it's actually assigned to some form of like religion or, it doesn't have to be if that is not your wheelhouse. So let's just get into it. I'm very curious to see what this is going to say. I really do think that you're transcending your pain, or you're trying very hard to, and trying very hard to maintain freedom and stability. I think you're really trying to understand how to be in unison with it all. Okay. A lot of energy on the table. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you're really trying to focus hard on one thing at this time. So I feel like at the end of the day, your goal is to be happy. And I feel like whatever doesn't fit into that right now might be the thing that I think is going to be put down temporarily. But I feel like the focus is, what is it that I can do that's going to make me happy? What is it that I can be connected to that's going to be happy and make me feel successful? What can I commit myself to? What can I do to stabilize very particular things in my life? And I think that is where the focus is. Now we've got the Two of Swords, the King of Swords, the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Two of Cups, and then the Emperor in reverse. I find it interesting because I feel like there's been a playing field that's been leveled here to some extent. Like, I feel like instead of choosing between the head and the heart, you're choosing to utilize both the head and the heart, especially with that King of Swords and that King of Cups there. There's something about mastery that's occurred here. I think you are learning to plan, prioritize, strategize very differently. I also think that you are really connecting to finding ways to emotionally balance yourself, This very well could be two very particular people in your life that you're connected to who are helping you do this, or somehow helping you connect to this energy, or they could if you allow them to. Because with the Queen of Wands there could be this energy of maybe not wanting to hear someone out or not wanting to hear someone's opinion. It could in particular be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It doesn't have to be. But I almost feel like it's not necessarily this energy of waiting for things anymore. I think it's an energy of going out there and getting it, right? Planning, strategizing, prioritizing, really committing. And I feel like as a result of this, there can be this unification here within the Two of Cups. I feel like greater support systems are coming into your life, or more supportive people, or there's supportive people or a person in particular in your environment that is leaning into this with you, or standing by your side in this process. And I feel like maybe part of the plan here is like, how can I bridge the gap between not having to do so much and being able to be kind of in control of my own kingdom, right? Because maybe that's another struggle here. Maybe this is a shared struggle between you and another person. Maybe you're both kind of trying to get to the same place. And I don't want to say there can be issues there, but I feel like maybe that's why the King of Swords and the King of Cups is needed, is because right now this is about logic, like application and maturity of logic and emotion. This can't be this like hell-bent, fiery, explosive, dynamic experience right now where you're just pushing to get what you want. I feel like this is slow, methodical flow, right? I feel like this is like really needing to be connected to that energy and not necessarily about really hammering something home in order to get it. So let's clarify the Two of Swords, King of Swords, King of Cups, Queen of Wands in reverse, Two of Cups, and the Emperor in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords, so I definitely think there's been a lot of anxiety or confusion around whatever this is. I think that's why it was really necessary to tap into both the King of Swords and the King of Cups energy. Now with the Two of Swords, we've got the Three of Cups and the Seven of Wands in reverse, so I do feel like you're just kind of, like I was saying, choosing to tap into the things that make you happy, choosing to tap into the things that feel I think like naturally with you, and not having to defend yourself so much, or not having to defend your choices or your happiness. I feel like you're really leaning into this. And I think the reason why the King of Swords had to be applied to was because with Temperance in the reverse, I think you were really feeling off for a while. I think you were feeling very emotionally out of balance. And I think you kind of needed your mind to reel you back in, or reel those emotions back in. With the King of Cups, we've got the Three of Wands. I do feel like you're still kind of waiting for something, or you're waiting for something to bloom or blossom in some way, or waiting to kind of see these results or this reward, which I think is fascinating with us having sextile, because I do think there's a reward coming through here. But I think it's about getting these things into balance, right? I think getting these things into balance does bring the reward. I think you had to overcome a lot of stuff. I mean, with us having the Eight of Swords and the 12th house up there, I do think you had to confront a lot of trauma. I think you had to confront a lot of undercurrents of things that made you uncomfortable. I think that a lot of the challenges you were experiencing were bringing this up for you, whether that was between you and other people, or just you and particular experiences that kind of brought that out of you. That had to do a lot more with memory and not necessarily like actual physical things in front of you at this point in time. And I think that like being in this energy has kind of upgraded you to the Empress. Like, I think this is what happens when you receive the reward. When you realize you don't have to, like, do so much. Sometimes when I see that Queen of Wands in the reverse, it can be a bit of like a begging energy. Or it can be like weaponizing one's actions to get what one wants. But I feel like with the Empress, you're really tapping into energies of being naturally in tune with these cycles. And with the Two of Cups and the Page of Cups, I do feel like there is like supportive energy coming to you, maybe even supportive conversations. The Emperor in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Four of Pentacles definitely shows that there's some sort of energy here that either isn't quite ready to let you go, or there could still be fears around how to obtain this position or authority in your life. Or maybe someone else is trying to do this. Like I said, it feels like even though this all could be you and people that you're interacting with and just primarily you, I also feel like there is this energy of you and someone else or you and other individuals kind of leveling the playing field or trying to. It's almost like going after the same goal, but it's a different goal. Like maybe a different context. Same goal, different context. Maybe not about the same thing. But I think that it is trying to achieve some level of power and dominion. Or maybe power over one's dominion or power over one's life, or creating a very different world than what has been a part of your life. And I think you're going to get there. In fact, I know you're going to get there. It's just a matter of trying to maintain this energy. You know, really, really kind of marrying these like opposing forces, or really kind of finding a way to get unstuck on maybe how you can become fixated on like what the end goal looks like. And instead it's kind of like, well, why don't you just see what comes to you? You know, just keep working hard and keep doing the thing and keep strategizing and making your plan and like allowing yourself to flow through it and see what comes to you as a result. I think that's very important here. Seems pretty good to me, though. I think you definitely have worked hard on obtaining value. I think you've worked really hard on value of self. I think it's opened up your eyes to a lot of things. And I really think it's shown you where the work needs to be applied, both on yourself and in things in your external world. And I just feel like you're really emotionally grounded in that knowing right now. So part of me is like, carry what you have learned forward, because I think there's going to be more of a need for faith as to what unfolds moving forward, right? Even if you can't always see it, like know that that thing is coming, or know that if you keep going in pursuance of the thing that you know is going to make you happy, not only will you receive it and achieve it, but maybe even discover something else that makes you happy along the way. that is all I've got for you, Aquarius. Enjoy the month of March. I definitely think there's a lot of a very big balancing act going on, but I think it has a appropriate goal, and I think you are going to achieve said goal. So keep going.